Hello, hello, hello. Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and I am here again to do some live reacting to San Diego Comic Con SDCC 2025 interviews from the various outlets as they talk to the cast and crew for Interview with the Vampire. Now, the Vampire Lestat as it enters season three. There's been a lot of interesting talk about is it going to be confusing for people? First of all, the only way that you can access the show is either on cable with AMC or online with AMC Plus, and I don't think it's going to be easy to miss. I mean, I don't think it's going to be easy to miss at all. I think you're going to have to try hard to avoid this show once it comes out, as far as AMC's push to get you to watch it. Um, I don't know how it's gonna work long term, though. If you search for Interview with the Vampire, is this show gonna show up? Will it be in the metadata? I don't know how that'll work. I also don't know. Somebody asked a good question. I thought it was a good question anyway, on on one of my TikTok posts about it, I think. They said, "Hey, isn't this all just like a scheme to save money on the actors' contracts because everybody gets a pay bump in the third season?" They keep referring to this one as a third season, though. So I don't know that that's the way that this is gonna play out, actually. We did talk about that once upon a time on the podcast, that it is in the way that Netflix works, for instance. They basically don't do anything over 3 seasons ever, and the reason is because everybody's contract skyrockets. All the main cast skyrocket after the 3rd season, so they just don't ever go there. All right, I'm still a couple minutes early. Let me see if anybody is even on yet. That's all right. Not anybody. Excuse me. I got a frog in my throat, I guess. So my thought is I'm going to react to 2, maybe 3 tonight on the live stream, and then we'll put these up and they'll go out as posts over the next couple of days. Ashley and I are going to record in the next couple of days for our next book club episode. We've got a movie night on the way next week, a week away. We're going to start Blood Canticle this week with our podcast. And then next week, we're going to be talking about the film Shadow of the Vampire from the year 2000 with John Malkovich and Willem Dafoe, amongst others. Great movie. I just watched it tonight. As a matter of fact, I really enjoyed it. All right. I'm going to get right into this, and we're going to start watching with the Entertainment Weekly interview. That's what we're going to start with tonight. Nope, I got the wrong one set. Let's see.
Welcome to Entertainment Weekly's Comic Con studio. I'm Sam Highfield, joined now by the team behind Interview with the Vampire. Welcome, nice, holding up the book. Amazing, a well-loved book. Is that, yeah, that must be your personal copy?
It's one of three.
Do they all look like that?
This is the first interview that I've seen from 2025 that included Mark Johnson in the discussions. I'm excited to hear what he has to say, if anything.
Did they all? Yeah, no. This one, well, I don't know. They've all been well loved.
I feel like last year you came through Comic-Con and you were already, I feel like, prepping, kind of talking about getting into this. How long has the runway been for like Rockstar Lestat prep?
It's felt like pretty long runway, right? But I think because last Comic-Con we had just shot the teaser,
yeah,
and it was like a draft sort of idea, like we're doing this, and then Roland went off and wrote the season after that.
Yeah.
And so now we're doing the real thing. So it was almost like we were pretending to do Rockstar last year, and now we're doing the real thing. We're like right in the middle of shooting right now. So
amazing.
Okay, that is a fascinating look at it, and obviously, in retrospect, it's true. It's absolutely what happened. But the teaser was so freaking good. The fact that they basically came up with that on the fly, it seems like, or at least with very little prep time after getting it all greenlit and approved from the network. Rollin has said from the very beginning that season 3 was why he joined the show. That was his pitch. Started with the Vampire Lestat and then went backwards. So we knew we were going to get here eventually if AMC let him, but the fact that they look at Longface and even that teaser video that we all drooled over so much from last year as sort of kind of a rough draft, that's fascinating. It makes me wonder what they're doing now
Saying.
Yeah.
Give him like a dress rehearsal or something.
Dress
Yeah,
rehearsal,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
I was about to say, did anything about the teaser influence how you then went and wrote
Yeah,
it?
we got to get better. That was what
You're like, this didn't work. We have to change it.
I think the enthusiasm for the teaser here is what drove it.
Yeah, that's true. Were
You
there?
always owe something to the Comic-Con beast. You got to feed the beast.
That's
so,
true.
yeah.
Don't we all know it?
Yeah.
Were there any like specific influences where you went when writing our Rockstar Lestat?
Oh,
Speaking of feeding the beast, I am currently feeding the beast an episode, a video every day. So you're welcome.
well, you do the usual thing. You read about 5 or 6 different, rock tour. Whatever. Then you got this thing. You owe everything to.
Yep.
And then I don't know. And then I got Daniel Hart, who has this vast musical experience, not only for composing our show, but fronted his own bands. And so there was a lot. It was more the tonnage of it all, and starting to winnow it down to what are we doing. And a lot of conversations with Sam and Jacob and this guy, and we're still we're still making it.
Yeah.
Eric just did a face like, did you?
Eric, I do want to throw it to you. How is Daniel dealing with life as a vampire when we catch up with him?
Seems like he's enjoying it so far, at least from the end of season 2 and his inclusion in the teaser.
It's traumatic, but he doesn't want to show how traumatic it is.
Sure.
Daniel's way of dealing with fear is anger. So we he's nodding and
I'm just like, interesting. I'm fascinated by what you're saying.
I mean, we get a lot of, and bowling, and there's a lot of bowling as well. I had to learn how to bowl in order to do this part.
Bowling.
I'm not joking.
Wow, bowling.
Okay, that's the second interview that I've done where he mentions the bowling. I'm very excited to see actually how much bowling there is for Daniel in season 2. Armand would be I said this online, but I didn't say this in a video yet. Armand would be absolutely fascinated by the ball return machines.
Bowling and angry bowling, or just those are the two?
It's pretty angry bowling, right?
Sure.
In fact, we did
Pretty good bowling.
We did a shot the other day where he wants me to throw the ball down and immediately turn my back, not even know whether it hit or not. And I did 2 in a row. I hit 2 strikes in a row.
It's
right?
true.
And just with a lot of anger.
I promise you, in the cut, one of the strikes will be authentically from Eric Bogosian's hand.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Amazing. What scoop?
Yeah.
There you go. Right? Come on, we're only 3
This
minutes
is
into
what I
this
was
thing.
looking for. Yeah. Jacob, for you, how does the perspective shift kind of affect how you play Louis?
Boy, this is going to be one of the most divisive things about this season, I think. There are a lot of show first fans that came to this entire series and this world through the TV series that are Jacob first fans, honestly, that are Louis first fans. And the idea, I will say this, and I had not, we had talked about it, I think, once upon a time on the podcast. I've been so caught up in the change and the move to the book that I love the most, The Vampire Lestat, that I haven't thought about it in a while, honestly. But I did say somebody say in critique the optics just from the show of building a show on the back of a person of color and then moving that show in the 3rd season to focus on a white blonde man. It's not great. It is the story of the books. And I will say this, Louis, who effectively disappears for whole books in the book series, just won't do that in the show. And we know that he won't do that in the show. It's clear. Jacob is a big part of this. He's integral and he'll be there from the go and all the way through.
I mean, it's interesting because Louis is not super happy about the book.
Sure.
So
Everyone's like,
So I haven't seen the teaser, the trailer that they showed at San Diego Comic-Con, because I didn't want to watch it in bootleg form. I want to watch it in high quality the first time that I see it. But I've heard that Lestat makes it pretty clear that he did not care for Louis's book. I did not know that Louis did not care for the book either.
everyone's angry.
yeah, I think Louis would probably be grateful
Yeah.
to an extent about Lestat getting his feelings out. Probably, I haven't really started yet.
Fair enough.
yeah, but so we'll see
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just how much
That's interesting too. Jacob hasn't really shot yet, as of last weekend, anyway.
music are we getting?
Quite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that been for you? Is that fun?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
fun. The music sort of came first, which was is an odd way to go about a show that is so dialogue heavy and has always been so dialogue heavy. So was kind of like a interesting shift to go from very complicated, kind of wildly structured sentences to like melody and more simplified verses that need to kind of like made up music. So it was kind of like whoa, what's going on, and I kind of flailed around and screamed around a little for a while.
That's how we built it, though. A lot of the songs came in first because we knew what you didn't want is songs to just drop in because you wanted them dramaturgically as part of the text. So quite often we would build scenes and story arcs around a song that Daniel had just gone off and written himself. And go, I think Lestat would have sung this, and then we're like, whoa, what is that? And then we'd sit around going, oh, and start building it around that. So.
Yeah. So like,
and we're around.
God, I can't believe that they're doing this. Like they're really doing it. This is the songs that Anne wrote in the book are not great. She is not a lyricist. She is not a songwriter, and it shows. The stuff that whoever it was that did the Queen of the Damned soundtrack had like the right sound for that moment, but did not seem to hew right for Lestat to me, particularly because the Lestat in that film is not Lestat. Like it's a cosplayer. Anyway, this is it, man. This is what we asked for, and I cannot believe that we're getting it.
We're around the music all the time. I mean, this music is constant while we're shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I go home and I'm like washing dishes and I'm like singing these tunes to they won't get out of my head. They're so infectious. So
written earworms. They're like, he's very, very talented.
Sam heard some right before we started.
It's so good. This was my favorite part of Comic-Con. I'm just going to tell everyone I got to listen to the opening credits of Interview.
Boo that they haven't released anything yet. Y'all, come on, give us another teaser song like you did last year. At least one. Drop one and blow our minds for the rest of the summer, pretty please.
It's kind of like musical-esque in that the music plays into the story, not in terms of like literally breaking.
Yeah, we don't break out to song. He's on a rock
not a
tour.
literal.
So songs will be sung. So a lot of them are on camera performed, and then a lot of them are tied to memories that we have, which is a way to go. Then sometimes we get super weird with them, and sometimes they're wallpaper too for storytelling. But it's not a musical, but it's a drama. It's actually might be a comedy. Who knows what this is? What we're making right now. But it's a big old.
It's going great.
Yeah.
I will say, if the thing's starting with the end result, what we know is to come at the end of the Vampire Lestat novel, and then Lestat like looking dead at the camera and going like, I bet you're wondering how I got here. I wouldn't hate it.
You're going into a third season.
It's a wild little
work in progress.
Yeah.
How does Lestat's mom coming into the picture kind of affect him?
That's a big question.
Sum it up in one sentence, please.
It affects him greatly. Yeah.
You actually did it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. It's fair. It's hard to talk around.
She definitely she's here.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Oh boy, we know, Jacob. We know. Okay, so I'm not going to spoil anything. I'll just say, feels like Sam's already done some work with Jennifer Ely, and I am super excited to see the two of them on screen. Ashley and I talked all around her the other day when we were discussing this news in our latest episode. But one of the things that I think both of us forgot to mention, and somebody brought up in one of the comment sections, was that she's had a long run on Downton Abbey, I believe. I at least don't watch that show personally. I don't know whether Ashley does or not. I don't think so. I don't think either one of us are into Downton Abbey yet. Yeah,
there you go.
We'll get there, I'm sure.
This is
Read
like
Anne
the second
Rice.
time we brought up Fight Club and Comic-Con. This is amazing. Okay, we're going to switch gears a bit. I'm going to hand you guys basically tweets X's. I don't know what we call them now. From your fans. You guys are going to read them and just, share your thoughts, your reactions, if they're theories.
Why is anybody still using X, by the way? Y'all just move to one of these other platforms. If everybody would just agree on one of the other ones, then I would go there. If it's Blue Sky, it's Blue Sky. If it's Mastodon and we're all tooting, that's fine. I don't think it's going to be. I'm on Threads. I'm not going to be on X again, though. I miss some of y'all, though.
Theories, you can debunk them however you're feeling. I'm going to hand you this one because you'll see why.
Can we read it now?
You don't have to read who it's from, but you can just read what it is.
Well, the name.
Oh, you can
this
do it
is
if you
from
want.
Jello and Juggernauts. Sounds like a wrestling name. Okay, so my vision board for Rockstar Lestat is inspired by the movie Velvet Goldmine and the band Maneskin. If they fully commit, he'll be unapologetically slutty and androgynous. He already wore a corset in season 1, and it would be a crime not to see him in one again in season 3. So what do you want me to say about this?
Well, I'll save you. I'll throw it back there and say, will we see a corset? Are you going to go write that in now?
I just think Jello and Juggernauts is going to be general. I don't know about Manskin, but is the way I get in here? Thank you, sir. It's also a personal stylist and groomer. The Jello and Juggernauts is going to have a fine time with season 3.
Yeah, you're gonna get what you want pretty quick.
Okay.
Of course, in episode 1, Sam. I mean, they did specifically call out Rocky Horror Picture Show as one of the influences in one of the panels or something last year. And when you say that, you know he's going to be in a corset at some point.
Okay. Amazing. Okay, Jacob, I'm going to hand you. I don't know. Well, maybe I don't agree with this one, but I'm going to hand it to you.
Uh-oh.
From Nolan Leaks. Okay. They're an absolute raging dumpster fire of a couple, but I love them, Your Honor. Hashtag interview with the vampire. Yeah, I do agree. They are.
I agree with Sam.
Pretty accurate.
I mean, an absolute dumpster fire. Okay, yeah, I guess they are. But I just love them so much. I don't want to call them a dumpster fire.
The imagery of it, I don't know if I know what that dumpster fire is, but the imagery of a dumpster on fire, it feels pretty accurate for them. It makes me think of that scene in is it Mulholland Drive or Inland Empire with the guy behind the diner? Mulholland Drive. Yeah, it makes me think of that guy behind the drive, which I think is that existential dread and like
very
foreboding
romantic film as well.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. That's Liz and Richard fighting it out in the Edward Albee movie.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, just tooth and nail.
But I mean, and it's Streetcar Named Desire, and it's Rhett and Scarlet, and it's all sorts of things. If Louis or Lestat, either one, were your friend, you would tell them not to be with the other one. In the books, we do get our happy ending eventually. I don't know how soon they're going to give us one in the TV show, but it is fiction. It's not real life, and so the fact that these two don't always lead each other in the right direction is not something that we have to like tut over, as long as we recognize that and don't try to emulate it in our lives.
But they really should be apart, Liz and Richard. I think Louis and Lestat should be together, right?
Yeah.
Eventually.
See, that's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna hand this to you.
Whoa. A chaotic queer collab. We need Chappelle Rowan and Vampire Lestat.
You did it. Which I do think, I will say, there's also a visual that's pretty incredible.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, why are you gonna hang Mark Johnson out to dry like that? You know damn well he's not gonna know who Chappell Roan is. Yeah, listen, that album, so fantastic in so many ways. The one that I currently cannot get past is what is it, Red Wine Supernova? Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Lestat would be a big Chappell fan.
Yeah.
You and Chappell.
I will say that in terms of Chappell Roan, that Daniel Hart did tell me, a couple of months ago that he spent an entire week listening solely to Chapel Roan. And I think
Oh.
there's probably a song that feels quite like her
By
work.
Chapel?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we get a covers album of the Vampire Lestat songs sung by other actual real world major artists? Oh, I didn't know that I needed that. I've thought the reverse before. We even did it on the podcast. Like, what if we got a covers album from the Vampire Lestat, or what if the Vampire Lestat was a jukebox musical and we had to use pre-existing music that he would sing? What would we do? But yeah, now I need a greatest hits of the Vampire Lestat album done by Chapel Roan and friends.
That's amazing. Okay, Eric, I'm going to give you this.
Fucking Brandy Carlisle, Vampire Lestat. Yes, please.
one.
Have you strategically planned
From
who gets which one?
I actually have
Ashia
that.
Monet. Sunday is for rest and watching Interview with the Vampire. It says so right there in the Bible. It's true.
It
It's
is,
true.
yeah.
Yes.
Leviticus.
Sunday, I'm trying to think of something really
Leviticus.
funny to say here. And Sunday dinner, hopefully on somebody's neck, is
Yes.
also required every Sunday.
Also in the Bible. you
Yes,
know?
also in the Bible.
Okay, last but not least, let's pass it over.
I'm on record as loving the gimmick interviews, by the way. Like, it's not deep dives, that they're not going to reveal all of the hidden secrets, but you can get flavor with the gimmick ideas.
From Velvet UFO, Velvet UFO, Velvet Tofu. Yeah. I don't know.
It's pronounced UFO.
What? UFO? Okay, great. With Lewis still in the story, there's so much they could do with Lestat's weird-ass relationship to his mother. I personally want to see them explore her gender identity more in the show than what is alluded.
Two.
Pronounced Louis, by the way.
Did I just say Lewis? Holy
You did.
Lord, guys. Yeah, you just see it.
Old news.
Oh, my brain. Okay.
It's all right. Anytime that I say Louis here in a recording, Riverside, the platform that we use to record these episodes and most of my videos, period, it always transcribes Louis as Louie, never with the S. And if I say Lewis, then it does it Lewis, interestingly enough.
Velvet, you're going to be, look, we kind of passed that question last time.
Yep.
She's coming in like an asteroid. She's
Yeah.
coming in like an asteroid into season 3. She's about to destroy everything in her wake. So there you go. How about that?
Yeah.
In many ways, and I've said this before in our book episodes, I think Gabriella, they're going to refer to her with her Italian name in the show, apparently. She is an extension of, or an expression of, Anne's own gender expression. You know, Anne Rice was on record as saying that she never felt much connection to gender, period. And in her opinion, all the vampires transcended gender by their very nature. But I think Gabrielle is a great expression of that on the page, and I'm hoping that we're going to get that in the show as well.
My most important question, can you possibly top the final scene of season 2? Because not to put pressure on
Technically,
you.
it's not the very final scene. She's referencing the hurricane scene there, where they make up sort of, and they hug and embrace as New Orleans blows away in a hurricane.
You do it?
I mean, is there going to be an opportunity to do it? Is the question. You know?
Mm.
Then they may not be on the.
You don't make a season 3 because you can't beat a season 2.
Well
Good answer.
played.
Yeah.
A
God,
plus.
wrap the interview
Okay,
up. You're not
last
going
but-
to get better than that. Come on now.
Not least, what is a supernatural creature you think should be real?
Unicorn.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna say
So I know there's that A24 movie out where the unicorn is like hunting the people because they accidentally killed a baby or something, or stole a baby. But even before that movie existed, my son had told me for a long time, my 17-year-old who's a D&D dungeon master and player, he says, unicorns, dad, scary as hell, man. People don't understand.
say an elf because it's like it's the first thing I thought of.
I mean, that's nice.
Little garden ones, you know.
Oh,
like,
the
you know-
gnomes?
no, not a gnome. Like, you know, like in what's that film, The Secret Garden? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
and,
the
and they
secret
go
garden.
into, then they've got little elves in the garden.
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
that's quite a sweet thing.
That's really
That would be nice.
Or Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell would be nice.
Yeah.
That's sort of the
Tinkerbell-
subset of your
Specifically, or fairies.
both.
Yeah.
Well, we
technically. Yeah.
I'm voting for the Tooth Fairy.
Tooth.
I'd love
Oh.
Nice.
Should be rewarded.
Go with the unicorn. I think that's better.
Who's Santa Claus's brother? Krampus, who goes
Fred.
and beats people with sticks.
Fred Claus.
Yeah.
Sure.
Krampus. Yeah.
I think that's a misunderstanding of the Krampus myth, Rollin. I don't think it's Santa Claus's brother.
Krampus.
Should be real.
Yeah, totally.
The kind of violent, aggressive Santa Claus.
You know what? He just
Throws
he
super
balances the world out. Like everybody.
Why do you hate Christmas? That's
I
crazy.
love Christmas. I love Christmas, but I think also there's some people who don't deserve the greatness of Christmas every year. And so Krampus comes there, settles that, and then the next 2 years they get, that kind of thing.
I feel like if we get, we need both things to be real. If we get Krampus, we get a unicorn. You know
Right.
what I mean? We can't like.
Unicorns can grant power to other beings.
Can they?
Yeah, like unicorns are all rounders. That's why I said unicorn, because they
human
can
beings or other beings.
all of the above. Yeah,
I love. How do you know so much about unicorn?
I just
Great
love
question.
unicorns. I know.
Jacob's over here just writing fanfic.
Great.
The origin. When did you first love and when did it happen?
Yeah. When did you first?
When did you
love-
about
first
it.
love
Go
a
deep,
unicorn?
man.
That's the beginning of my relationship with unicorns. I think it's because they're kind of plausible. I think as a kid, like Santa Claus was spoiled for me like very, very young.
Oh.
So I think I just needed to find a thing. So I believed in unicorns for quite a long time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe unicorn might be more common in British, like childhood literature that you're exposed to. I'm just thinking he sounds to me like a Bigfoot kid, right? Like I don't know about you, but I was way into the idea of Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster and cryptids generally. I was 100% there for when I was 9, 10, 11.
I know reindeer are real, but like Santa's reindeer not being real really affected me. So a flying animal is incredible. Yeah.
Did you ever eat reindeer? No?
No.
It's really common in Sweden.
Oh.
They would eat it.
No.
Did you?
I did, sadly, unknowingly. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was kind of confronting.
I hope that's how we lead with which is that Sam Reed has eaten reindeer.
Yeah.
That's
That's the lead. It is
common.
how we're ending this interview. So I'm glad.
Okay.
Honestly, that was my goal. I was like, how do I get to
The
eating
soundbite.
reindeer? And we got there.
Watch out, Rudolph.
Coming to ruin Christmas with Krampus. Eat your reindeer.
I think Lestat would absolutely eat reindeer.
Played by Eric Bogosian.
You'd make a
Amazing.
great
Would make a great Krampus.
Oh, Krampus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rudolph.
No. Amazing. Well, thank you guys for stopping through. This was so much fun.
Thank you.
Poor Mark
Everybody
Johnson.
else, stay tuned to EW's YouTube. We will be live all through Comic-Con and of course EW.com for all your Comic-Con needs.
Okay,
Yeah.
really good interview from Entertainment Weekly. Congratulations on that one. But like genuinely, poor Mark Johnson showed up just to mispronounce Chapel Rowan's name. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. All right. More of these interviews coming up right here on the channel. So stay tuned. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and do another one here in this live. I gotta share the screen though, don't I? All right, let's do the MTV interview. Booyah.
So I do have a new lock screen I want to show you, Sam. This is my new photo on my screen. This is just going to be what I do.
That's what's coming. Yes.
I can't show you my phone screen because I'm using it to film this video, but my current lock screen is the TVL image, the Vampire Lestat image with the VL on his face. It's probably going to be Lestat all the way to season 3, if I'm being honest.
That's all of our lock screen.
Yeah, right? So excited for this one. Interview with the Vampire back at Comic-Con. It's good to see you all. How you doing?
Yeah,
Good.
Look, talk to me. I was just reminiscing about Comic-Con experiences. You were saying was on. So now you're love today. Do you anticipate a moment like this, seeing the fans in this kind of unique circumstance? Do you get a buzz out of it or what?
Sam loves it.
It's a lot. You'd rather be in a cave right now? Like what?
No, I mean, it is nice to see. I think, we always, like last year, we showed them a teaser, which, we had made just specifically for Comic-Con, which was kind of a wild thing to do. And this year we're doing the same thing. So we do try and, provide some special experiences for those going to the panel, but usually you have to sit there and watch the reactions, so it's quite an extreme sort of experience, but it's very fun.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can do.
We all know that Sam gets overwhelmed. Like, this is the reason why he doesn't have social media accounts at all. And like, good for him for protecting his own boundaries and space. But at the same time, like, Sam's a theater kid and he needs applause to live. So like, yeah, getting the positive feedback in that way is nice. The fact that I'm surrounded with this many people and adoration and everybody's in my personal space, I'm not in my cave of solitude or whatever. It's not great. It's not great.
Delude yourself when you're making the thing into like, this is just for us, right? We're
Yeah,
making
you should know basically every fan of the show feels the same way pretty much.
art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are all these folks that are really obsessed with this.
We love our fans are very strong. I've been in a lot of different things over the years. I can't say that I'm usually super enthusiastic about the things I'm doing. This thing, I'm really into this show. I am as much a fanboy of the show as I am in the show. So I relate to the people and their excitement about the show because I get excited about the show. I get excited about when I watch it, and I get excited about when we're making it. As we make it, we learn about it. Like, it's kind of a strange experience.
So the previous interview I did, the question I think was something like, what's your favorite thing about season? What are you most looking forward to, or whatever, or who are you most looking forward to? And he talked about how exciting he thought the characters of Marius and Gabriella were, and like, it's so obvious that he's into the show. All of them, honestly, they're big fans of each other. It's clearly a pleasant working environment, but also they genuinely love these characters in this world that they're building together.
We don't do cliche, so we're like exploring when we do scenes. It's great.
We're actual nerds. So this is like, we're at home. It's not.
Right. I know you are. I know Jacob. This because Sam, I remember we were talking last year. We did say we felt bad you weren't here last time.
I've seen that video. I've seen it. And I saw you say, do you guys want to like talk about Jacob?
I did say that, didn't I?
I feel like I really stood up for you in that moment.
You did. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
thank
You
you.
did. You cut me off.
Yeah.
I betrayed you.
It's like none of that. Absolutely none of that. Yeah.
But is this kind of like your vibe? Like, I mean, you've obviously worked here for Thrones as well. Like, so you have a long history with this. So
yeah, I love it here. I get like, I didn't dress up this year, but like first time I came here, I had like a full Miles Morales costume on. I was like a MF Doom, Doctor Doom crossover when we were here last time. I love dressing up and being like amongst my people.
And I have so many videos on my phone of Jacob walking on the floor as Doctor Doom, and like other Doctor Dooms, like, going like, oh, amazing, cool costume, let's take a photograph. And I was like videoing them. They obviously didn't know who it was underneath in the costume. So yeah, it was they were just admiring the costume that you'd made.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a really fun day, actually. That was back in the innocent years.
Speaking of back in the innocent years, I saw a video this week of Amelia Clark from the finale episode of Game of Thrones, and one of the last parts of the video was showing her with the actors that played Missandei and Jacob. And they said, the interviewer asked, "Are you happy with the way the finale turned out?" And she just didn't say anything. Missandei said yes, and then Amelia didn't say anything, and they were like, "Oh, you didn't say something." It was so clear even back then that she didn't like it. But Jacob's reaction to her reaction was so freaking wonderful. And honestly, I had just forgotten how much I loved him in that role. He's so completely Louis for me in my head now. I do have to be reminded, oh yeah, he was on Game of Thrones too. Like, he's all over the place. He's in Sandman, the latest season of Sandman on Netflix as well.
In the good old days.
Yeah.
Speaking of costumes, I do have a new lock screen I want to show you, Sam. This is my new photo on my screen.
Yeah.
That's all about lock screen.
Right? Walk in like this today. Would you rather take your shirt off for all of us?
Yeah, it was actually quite cold today, so I was
chilly.
expecting to wear less, and then I was like,
You know,
I think
Sam-
I'm gonna wear this jacket.
Someone took that and did an AI and animated it into you doing a concert. And I have to say, it doesn't come close. I mean, I've seen the concerts and it's kind of interesting. They made you that picture start moving, walks out onto a stage, starts performing. Of course, it's kind of robotic, which you are
We are
anything
so
but robotic.
cooked.
You are not robotic.
It's so over.
What is this world?
What has happened?
I've not seen that. Do I want to see that?
I love the fact that that Eric is so in love with AI creations. Eric's very active on Instagram in particular, and yeah, his fans are pretty unhinged, even by Interview with the Vampire and the Vampire Lestat standards.
No.
Do you
Sounds
have
like
it? No, yeah.
Let's talk about it though. Cameras are up finally, and we
Yeah.
were talking about this last year. I mean, this is very exciting to see this part of this character explored. Are you embracing your rock god moment? How's it been going?
It's yeah. I mean, oh god, I think I should just say yeah.
Just stop there.
Yeah, because it's a shame. It would be a shame for me to talk about how technical everything is because it really is technical. But yeah, it's really fun. It's a really weird and surreal thing to do to like add music to a character. He's always had music, but like to add a musical element to the show. We're not making a musical.
Yeah.
It's a concert, and the music comes in a natural way as you would see any band playing music. But yeah, like Lestat's a musician now, and he's like a full-blown musician, and that's how he's expressing himself.
I saw a tweet a thread the other day that connected Blues Brothers and Oh Brother Where Art Thou, and someone pointed out in the comments that it's just those are two versions of the not musical where they are very music heavy, but all of the music happens naturally in the course of the story. It's more like a biopic for a fake musical artist or something, like there's a lot of music in Ray or Walk the Line, but those aren't musical films. This is going to be more like that.
He's already a very expressive character, and now he's kind of like expressing in hip thrusts and gyration.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a little look at that, but like in that kind of like the tight leather pants, the Jim Morrison kind of vibe, it must be surreal to kind of like see yourself like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get to see myself that much because I'm there doing it, but and I try not to like look too much.
I have
But
other photos if you want.
yeah, no, I've seen a few. I mean, it is funny when we're doing the costume fittings, and Lex Wood, fantastic costume designer this season. We have giggles because, like, I think like 3 days ago I sat and
That was quite a
Pants involved,
conversation.
maybe somewhere.
anything else?
One sock,
Yeah.
a scarf.
Yeah. How right you might be.
I was closer to
Literally,
I don't know.
it's musician. It's like the band. Everyone sort of performs semi-nude or in like a leotard, or I mean, I'm not in a leotard, but like it's a kind of common. You do.
I've
You're
never.
I was
full.
gonna say, we have-
Rally Richie's full overalls.
we have
Oh, yeah.
we have an accomplished musician here. I mean, from your perspective, this must be pretty fun to see your friend
It's
do this.
amazing. Yeah, it's like it's hard to overstate like what a transformation. Like you have always been a rock star, Sam, but like it's kind of crazy. It's like being at a show.
It must be fascinating for him to see this transformation. It also is. I think it's a good thing. It's a good show or it's a good sign for the show and the quality of the show, the maintained quality of the show, that they didn't try to shoehorn in Louis as a part of the Rockstar Lestat's storyline. Now, I'm still not precluding the idea that we might see Louis perform a song at some point or perform with Lestat at some point. But Jacob is an actual recording artist. Like he's got released music, quite a lot of it, in fact, I think. So like it would have been a natural pull for the show to say, for the network to say, well, let's just put Louis in the whole thing. Let's make him part of the band. Give him a featured song in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
Embrace it, just
no
take it in.
pressure of being hyped up there, but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's very cool
You're not a
hearing it
hype man.
from
That's-
Jacob, who's obviously an extraordinary musician,
Yes.
you know, an incredible live performer. So thanks.
I like somebody asked yesterday, like, did you give Sam any advice? And I was like, no, definitely not. But actually, I did. I was like, just have rugs around you all the time. I was like, rugs are great. They just make you feel great.
That was your sole piece of advice. Like, make sure you have rugs there.
Emotional support rugs.
Yeah. And then I did start sending you pictures of all the rugs that did turn up, because I think that's obviously synonymous, is that the word, with music spaces, is rugs. I think they're really there for sound, but you feel like they're there for comfort.
It's a bit of both, yeah.
So, okay, I've only been really like friends with one rock band. It was a group that I hung out with in college called Linen, spelled like sheets of linen, Linen. They had a hilarious poster that was like 25% rayon, 25% cotton, 50% whatever the hell Rick is. Who was their drummer. Rick was my friend. Anyway, I hung out with them a lot. Like I was like watched the door and took the money at a couple of their gigs and things like that. And they had several rugs that they traveled with, big like Persian looking rugs that they traveled with. And yes, it was partly for sound, but mostly both of the guitarists in the band like to take their shoes off, and they'd be barefoot on stage on these really nice rugs instead of whatever shitty floor the stage had in whatever band they were playing in, whatever bar they were playing in. I don't know if that's the case for everybody, but like if you stand on a rug and you know what your rug is, then you'll know exactly what your footing is going to be like.
So we were talking about the fandom before, and you were, look, Eric, you're clearly plugged in. You're seeing AI videos online, but like, I remember you telling me last year, like you got like bloody scrunchies, like that was, so in the last year, has there been anything particularly that struck you, whether it's been sent to you or you've seen out in the wild?
Jacob recently gave me that somebody gave him like this beautiful clay like model of Lestat dressed as Harlequin, which is kind of creepy, but also like really cool and incredible piece of artistry, which I now have in my trailer. So I've like put in the trailer, and
Nice.
he's glued to the desk, and he kind of like waves hello to me when I walk in, and he's right there next to my Labyrinth poster. So yeah.
Just a big
I
fan of
had this line, these couple of lines where I'm talking about how your relationship is like a Telemundo soap opera. And I didn't even want to do it. I had to do it in this funny accent in the first season. People sync to it and post it. I've counted over 50 people have done this now, and they just keep posting these things. And then I was kind of collecting them for a while, and then I got made fun of because I was collecting them, so I stopped doing it, stopped looking for them. But it is amazing that people make that effort.
Eric? Who made fun of you?
The internet.
Oh, the internet.
The internet made
internet.
fun of
Yeah.
me.
I feel like this is
Yeah, look, you do whatever you want to do, and you don't worry about what other people say about it, Eric. You live your life.
Eric's like
as a whole.
The interweb.
this weekend is like Eric's coming out as like being chronically online,
Knew.
like
Of the
TikTok.
three of you, I was not going to predict Eric.
It just comes to me. It comes to me. I look at one or two, and then the next thing I know, there's a flood of things coming to me. And well, last night the dam burst, and there was so much stuff.
The secret TikToker over here. He's
Yeah.
totally
He's not a
on
I mean, I learned about this year. I think that you have a TikTok, which I found kind
I
of
don't
incredible.
have a TikTok.
It's not a secret.
I look at
Yeah.
TikTok. There's a
I'm working
difference.
out
I'm not
there.
on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram. And
Fair.
then I post oddball little things. They don't let us post everything. I take pictures all the time on set.
You
but they
lurk
tell
on
us to-
TikTok, is what you're saying.
What?
You're not
He's a
on
worker.
TikTok. You're
I
a lurker.
lurk. I lurk.
Yeah,
There's all kinds of things about me as some kind of old guy who's kind of like lurking around this young thing. I don't care.
It's
I'm-
all good. It's all
Look,
good.
This is a great way.
Listen, Eric, you're not looking in the right corners. Most of those that point out the fact that you're a lot older than the other actors on this show or a lot of the fandom, it's because you're a little bit zaddy. Okay, Eric, don't even worry about it.
having
It's a
fun
start.
would
like
be
it.
better than having fun.
Yeah. I have I've got a little Louis plushie, which is just one of my favorite things ever. And he sleeps. He doesn't sleep. He's not real.
Oh
but
no,
he's-
Jacob.
no,
Are you okay?
No, he sits at the bottom of my daughter's bed. So that when I'm
Aw.
away, she's like, that's a little daddy. So that was like the most.
Yeah.
Does it have fangs?
Yeah, and blood.
Did you make it yourself?
No, no.
Just
It was
No, I think the one that he's talking about it is even on sale. I've seen that Louis plushie before. It does have like a little blood on the mouth and two nice size fangs.
Someone gave it to
Okay,
me
good.
at an event that we did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
and
you
I've-
seen tattoos of yourself, either from the Thrones character or this? Like, I would imagine they're out there.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
gotta be.
Yeah. I've seen somebody's got like a grey worm thigh tattoo, which is.
It's me. Yeah. You're welcome. It hurts a lot.
There's like my favorite one is there's like a Rally Ritchie astronaut that loads of people. I wanted to get it, but loads of people have got it, and that's very cool.
I
Like
love it.
lyrics and stuff.
Congratulations on the new season. I can't wait to see it. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Joe.
you all.
Thank you.
Man, I can't wait to see it either. It's going to be so good, y'all. It's going to be such a good time. Thanks everybody who hung out and watched this with me. And thanks to everybody who's been watching all of our videos on the channel lately. We got a lot more coming your way. Ashley and I are going to be doing a video soon about the first part of Blood Canticle. The next book club for the Vampire Chronicles novels continues. And then we're going to have movie nights. We're going to be talking about Shadow of the Vampire. We're going to be talking about The Howling. I've never seen it before. I'm a big werewolf guy. I've never seen The Howling. And we're going to do Teen Witch 80s comedy with a great rap battle in the middle of the thing. Looking forward to that one, y'all. You can find all of that and a lot more right here on our YouTube channel. Or if you're in a position to support us, we'd love it if you joined us at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. Until next time, I've been Joel for the Articulate Coven. Thanks, everybody.